And 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, hang it.
All right.
Oh God.
What's happening? Yeah. All right, welcome to Chicago Comedy Hour. We're happy to have you here this evening online. Yes, and in here in the studio. Yeah. All right. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight, and so I'm gonna just start without any ado. Can I get a slow clap going for our first phenomenal team, Space Horsey? Actually, need to stand apart from each other.
Yeah, let's do it. We're Space Horsey. Anyone want me to take my sweater off?
Yeah!
Do it!
Yeah!
Thank
Put that away.
Not even saying about the shirt. All we need to get started is a one-word suggestion.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Thank you. Baltimore makes me think of The Wire, which this isn't going to be very interesting, but my brother, it's like supposed to be one of the greatest shows of all time.
I've read that, yeah.
Up there with The Sopranos, always like they're in the top 3 always. And I've been meaning to watch it. I know there's a lot of crime there. And
What do you mean you know there's a lot of crime there?
I'm pretty sure I've read that it's like #1 or in the also in the top 3. It's like top 3 shows of all time, top 3 deaths.
Do you only like read statistics if it's like top anything? Like, what about like the mediocre cities?
I basically know. I really think a lot in terms of top 10s. Yeah, I guess that's really important to me.
I'm not shitting on you. I just started watching The Sopranos, and the reason I started watching it was because it's like one of the best TV shows of all time, and it is. It totally is. And so I just finished season 2, and I just like saw. I'm not gonna give it away in case you haven't seen it or anything like that, but it's pretty good. Have you seen it?
I'm on episode 9 or 10, first season. My boss.
Okay.
All right, listen to this. My boss basically it's understood that I have to watch what she tells me to watch, so we can talk about stuff when she wants to talk. When she wants to not talk about or think about work, it's like, all right. So have you watched the thing I've told you or listened to the podcast I've told you about?
Wait, that's really weird though. Like, is it like a normal dynamic between you and your boss?
I think it's normal except for this thing, where I have to. I mean, it's partly my fault because I just pretend I'm into the things she's into, but I mean.
Oh, okay. So this is like your bonding thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bonding thing. Yeah.
It's not like she's making you do this.
No, she doesn't make me.
Are you sure? Because you sound unsure.
I mean, I want it. I want the promotion, and I feel like
she's not gonna give it to you.
She's probably gonna give it to me.
Sorry. Are you guys gonna order or?
We're gonna take our time, buddy. We're gonna take our time. We just got here. Back of the line.
Okay.
Still thinking about it.
Alright. Some of us work, but that's fine.
Listen, New Jersey, I don't want to hear it, okay?
Alright, I apologize.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry about that.
It's okay, people. Yeah. So I just want to get in the best I can with her. So.
Yeah, because you were saving up for that house and shit. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully. We have a great conversation about The Sopranos, and then that.
I haven't seen that show.
Oh, it's so good, dude. You're in for a treat.
Yeah, you know what is also a treat? The coffee I want to have.
Buddy, we've been here for a while. You're gonna wait. It's just how it is.
Okay.
You know the slow food movement? It's slow lifestyle. It's be patient. Things will come.
Yeah, death is gonna come sooner than later.
That was really dark.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, wait, why did you have to say that?
Or are you just making
Just think about it.
Hey, come into my office. Oh, hey, good, you're both here.
Sorry, I'm already sidelined the trees.
So I know that as your boss, you probably just want to get to work.
You probably just don't want to talk to me, but guys, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Oh, I actually haven't seen it, so can you guys just not talk about it? I'm like only 2 episodes in.
I've been meaning to,
Guys, how are we supposed to bond in our work environment if we don't all watch the same shows?
I had a great ACT score. Remember when you saw that?
Why are you bringing that up, Darren?
Just reminding you why I'm valuable, that's all.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, look, there's just other shows out there. I just don't think Breaking Bad's for me. It's just, I don't know, I just can't really relate to it, you know what I mean? I did go through a phase where I was doing meth and everything, but like, it just, I don't, you know.
Wait, but you passed the drug test.
Yeah, but that was somebody else's urine. Look, I don't have to get into it, I don't have to confess anything right now. What, is that, you're gonna fire me now because of that?
Yeah,
You're gonna
John,
fire me
yeah,
because
John,
I
I'm gonna
used
fire
somebody
you.
else's urine
You're
to get this
clearly
job?
You're clearly not
Oh, come
blockbuster
on.
material here.
I'm like the best blockbuster that there is here in terms of like the employees. Like I get the most rewards. I get the most like, just people come here and they always want to rent stuff.
Now hang on, Mrs. Reynolds. You know what, on my way home, I'm stopping at Target, and I'm picking up seasons 1 through 3, and I'm binging it tonight.
See, John, Darren here.
Well, we're at a
do
blockbuster. Why don't you just rent it here? Okay, you can just probably watch it while you're working here. Then. Damn it. See, that's right. I could just do that, but.
Darren, don't listen to him. You're on the boss's side. That's the cool side to be on, you know?
Yeah.
That's the lame side.
Excuse me?
You just don't get it. You just watch like the lamest shows. I mean, Breaking Bad, like, I mean, there's just other, like, I just started watching The Sopranos. Great show. Awesome. No crystal meth. Doesn't bring back any memories or anything. Doesn't make me want to do it again. I kick that
I
stuff.
can't watch The Sopranos because my family was in the mafia, so it
You've never.
brings back some traumatic things. Yeah, so I'd be careful what you say to me,
Oh.
because my Uncle Jimmy is gonna put out a hit.
Hey, if your family's in the mafia, you think they got connections to meth or anything like that?
No.
The body's there. I'm here. Shovel is there.
Yeah. Have you read that BuzzFeed article of the 10 best ways to hire a body?
Is this how you want to get into the mafia right now?
Well, I want people to know that I read. You know, I'm more than just muscles to shove bodies into.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start with the muscles, and then later on you can tell me about your reading, literacy.
Yeah, reading is great, and I really appreciate this opportunity. Do you want him standing up or laying down?
Laying down. Like, obviously laying down. Like, standing up, you'd have to dig, like, a whole 6 foot deep.
Yeah, but it will be smaller.
Only in circumference.
That's what I was looking for.
Is this the first time you've dug a hole?
The sand castles count as digging holes?
No, because you build up. You build down.
You need to build down in order to build up. Where do you think I got the sand from?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer these questions. Usually people just dig.
Well, I'm kind of tired of people telling me just what to do and not giving me good reasons for it.
Jimmy, how was Shovel? The Shovel, the new guy.
Yeah, his name was Shovel. First tip off. Second of all, he didn't dig anything. He just built elaborate sandcastles on top of the body. I don't know if that's better or worse. And honestly, I feel a little touched inside just watching his artistry, so
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, well, did you bond with him?
Yeah. Went to college, liberal arts, didn't do STEM, unlike his dad. It seemed like a really tough situation, you know?
Well, this is about the sickest crime scene I've ever seen.
Gruesome. Gruesome as hell.
Notice how they decorated his forehead with seashells.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Is that a tiny umbrella in his abdomen?
That's a moat all the way around the body.
Oh.
We're dealing with some kind of sick fucking monster.
Tie-tied.
Yes, it is.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, you seem to make those proclamations like there's a camera on you, but there's not. There's
Right.
not a
I
camera.
forget sometimes. I forget sometimes. It's just Adult Swim.
Alright. Look.
Kid, you know, here at Adult Swim, we're not looking for this kind of videos anymore. We kind of want to be serious. That whole session got out of control, and now we're kind of just, you know, going for the next Sopranos.
No, listen, man. Dead bodies is the next big thing in comedy. You gotta believe me, yeah. Look, I was a private detective for 15 years. You wouldn't believe the kinds of stuff I've seen. I won't laugh at anything.
This is a weird pitch, I have to be honest. Usually people bring a DVD, they don't reenact the, you know, the title in front of us. I know you work at a Blockbuster, but I don't know, you know, let's just steal the tapes, man.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV
Yeah.
show?
Anyone in the world.
I don't
Any
want-
TV show.
I don't really watch TV, I kind of watch Sundance films.
You're a producer at Adult Swim and you don't watch.
Well, you know, you don't really have to know about television in order to run a network, do you?
I guess not.
Oh, how was your day? How was the dead body shoot?
Oh, lovely.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Did you really get the rigor mortis going? Did you really lay?
I feel like I sold it.
You
Yeah.
did? Are you sure? Okay, because we can practice with some more Meisner if you want. Really get you the deadness.
All right, let's do that. You know what? You're right. I wasn't really feeling dead.
Okay.
I might have looked dead, but I wasn't feeling dead.
Okay, go ahead and lay down.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
This is how I was doing it.
Okay.
Wait, do you feel it?
I don't feel it. I think you're not selling it. Can you try a little bit to reach
Alright.
in there?
Right. Let me try. Give me 3 seconds. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I really don't feel it. You know?
Fuck. Show me. How do you do it? Alright, listen. I'm trying to write a new article, and I need to know how to dispose of a body. Don't ask me questions why. Just give me 10 good ways to do it.
Are you Alfred from Blockbuster?
Okay, listen, I got a little bit of an argument with my boss. I don't want to get into it, but I murdered her. And
Dude, you're like number 3 on the top 10 illest Blockbuster employees.
Look, I know, man. I give some great recs, all right? And it's, recommendations. I'm
All right, so I like
good at
Jurassic Park. Which
Jurassic Park. If you
Yeah.
like Jurassic Park, there's this other one called it's called World Jurassic. It's like a whole other twist. But
Fuck
it's okay.
yeah.
Listen, point is, I killed someone, and I need you to help me come up with how to get rid of the bodies and stuff. Okay?
So I hear you need to bury a body.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I really need help burying it.
I have.
This is it right here.
a
I brought it
great-
with me. Was that the correct thing to do? I brought it with me.
No. Now you have to get rid of your car. But
Crap!
I have this
I
great
really liked
intern.
my car. I'm sorry.
Yo, man, it's okay.
I just got it detailed.
That's great.
just got it
That's
detailed.
great. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I have a great intern. His name is Shovel. He's gonna come take care of all of
Shovel.
this. Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
good name for him. I like that.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
good
great
name.
dude.
It's really good.
And you can choose between sandcastles or very large holes.
Ooh.
Nice.
I know I should say large holes, but sandcastles just seem a lot more intriguing. I want to go with the sandcastles.
Shovel?
So here's my vision.
Okay, you got the blueprints and stuff?
There's a throne in the middle of it,
Dude, I love it.
and she's sitting down, surrounded by seaweed. And that's a metaphor.
How's the seaweed? Dude, that's... How are you gonna get the seaweed to, make the throne, though?
No,
That's-
the seaweed is around the throne. The throne is made of rocks. Because her
Holy
life was
shit, you just
painful.
blew my mind, dude. That's... Okay.
See? And then what is going to happen is that castle is actually going to be underneath the line of the ocean. Because she was always very deep.
She was deep.
Alright, let's give it up again. Yay, Marcy. Oh gosh. Hey bartender, what's up?
Hey!
Where were you last week? I might have been in a big old place called Beijing, China.
No!
It's wild and crazy.
Teresa was over in China teaching
Improv.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like you were teaching it to just anybody, were you?
No, it wasn't just anybody. It was like the people who do SNL China.
Oh shit!
And if you've ever heard of a talk show called You Can You BB, we also taught them.
So it was like these were famous actors in China.
Legitimately famous actors. Like the last season of this talk show was watched by 300 million people.
Holy shit.
Did you know that going in?
No, had no idea that we were gonna be. I thought it was like a theater, like an I.O. or The Crowd, for example. I figured CIC called us in, but CIC China. I was wrong.
Oh my god.
I was so wrong. So it was a very extravagant experience almost.
You had people followed you around, right? Or
Yeah, we basically had 2 people who were dedicated to us to make sure that we like ate and got from point A to point B and we're always okay.
which is kind of difficult to do in China, especially.
To be fair, it was, especially the eating part. But I still would say if you ever have the opportunity to go to a hot pot, you totally should. Just maybe eat something beforehand.
A hot pot?
Like hot pot, meaning they have this pot of boiling water on the table, and there's a woman who walks around with a boiling pot, and she refills this boiling water on the hot pot on the table, and you have like all these meats and vegetables, and you literally just boil them in the water, which could be like mild or spicy. It's hot pot, and apparently hot pot's like a big cultural like celebration. So when you go into hot pot, it's a party.
So you go and you cook your own food.
Yeah, you go and they bring it out. It's like shavings. It kind of looks like you're at a deli, but it's presented very beautifully. And then you like pick it up and you like drop it and you boil it. So there were intestines and lots of shaved parts of animals that
Kind of a weird way to go out to eat, isn't it? You go out to eat and you're cooking it.
Yeah, you're cooking it. It was beyond my ability to eat it. But I'm gonna partially blame that on the jet lag because I'm an open-minded person who otherwise would have tried everything. Maybe.
Well, I'm happy you're back. I'm happy you're back. I'm happy you're back.
But we went out to another restaurant. It was like a duck restaurant, and I can only describe it as like you make duck fajitas, and then so they bring out like this glazed, beautiful duck, and then they have this like very elegant man who like carves the duck, and it's like the most beautiful thing. And I was just like, oh, this is what they mean when somebody is asking at Thanksgiving who wants to carve the turkey.
Oh.
They really mean like carve. And I was like, oh, instead of like hacksaw into it to make sure people get meat.
Right.
But
it's an art.
Yeah, and so it had like a Lazy Susan on the table, and they would like put different cuts of the duck on the table, and you had like little fajita making interior stuff, so like cucumber and radish and bunches of other things and sauces. So you'd like take like a small fajita like bottom and you'd put it on your plate, and then you'd take various parts of the duck, you'd like dip the sauce on it, and you'd like add these other things, and then you'd roll it up, and you had like miniature little duck fajitas.
Another weird way to go out to eat.
I loved it. That one I highly recommend. So hot pot, you know, maybe you'll love it, maybe you won't. But the duck one, I really enjoyed.
Worth trying.
Yeah, totally worth trying. They're all worth trying. So it was really, really top notch. Yeah, I talked a lot more about food than about the improv. Yeah.
Can you unpack elegant?
Okay, I'm gonna say elegant in the sense that those knives were bigger than like his arms, and elegant in his outfit, like what his clothing that he was wearing was like very like traditionally like beautiful. And our hosts were explaining that this particular restaurant in Beijing, like 10 years ago, it was the place to eat. And I was like, so you took us out to a place that's now in disrepair? Like, what? But we had our own, like, private, like, drawing room, eating room, like, adjacent to, like, the main floor. And I was like, this is awesome. And he's like, this is cool because the bathroom's right there. So I was like, I guess I'll go wash my hands, like, to make use of this bathroom that's connected. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And to note, Sierra,
Sierra
was with Teresa this whole time. So we had two CCH.
Two CCH people in China.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's super fun. All right, but let's bring up our next act.
Yeah.
Let's keep this night going. Can I get a big round of applause for Ross Child?
Hi everybody, how's it going? Hey! Alright, so I got music for you. This first one, it's not funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Broken Bottle.
Okay.
Stains under bathroom light. Didn't even clean up before I took another drink. Whiskey, it leaves a sting. It's a familiar and friendly thing. Wash bits of myself, blow down a dirty bathroom sink. Oh, we'll go on, sipping our lives from a broken bottle. Go on, living each day with an open bottle. Go on. Stumbled outside to a midnight street, slapped with heavy southern heat. Blood soaking through the rag I wrapped around my hair. Behind my back I hear a voice. Get out, you bastards, you made your choice. Oh Lord, have two legs to stand. Oh, we go on, sipping our lives from a broken bottle. Go on, oh, living each day with an open bottle. Go on, sipping our lives from a broken bottle. Go on, living each day with an open bottle. Go on. Word can cut down so deep, asking in vain, nerves it creeps down to the skeletons we try to conceal. Cover it up and try to hide, mask behind a wall of pride. Scars don't bleed, but they'll never truly heal. We go on, living our lives by the broken bottle. Go on, living each day with an open bottle. Go on, go on, sipping our lives from a broken bottle. Go on, living each day with an open throttle. Go on. So, last Monday really sucked for a lot of reasons. But one of the many reasons that hit me and a lot of people pretty hard was Tom Petty died. And then he didn't, and then he did again. So, this was always one of my favorite Tom Petty songs, but after his death, it sort of had a whole new meaning for me. So I'm going to go ahead and play one of his songs. This is called Wildflowers. Yeah. belong in a boat out at sea. Run away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Run away somewhere bright and new. 'Cause I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Go away, find you a lover. Sail away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of love. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere bright and new. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere you don't feel blue. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere bright at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. So, for my last number, I'd like to make it a little more fun, because those were kind of downers. So, this is a song that I just love playing, and it really needs no introduction. Wait a minute. Traveling in a fried-out company on a hippie trail head full of zombies. Met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? The leaders flow in Minchunga. Can't you hear that thunder? Let it take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, do you come from a land down under? Women blowing and thunder. Can't you hear that thunder? Better run, better take cover. Living in the land down under. Leaders flowing and chunger. Can't you hear that thunder? You better run, better take cover. I only had the 3. Thank you.
Man, let's give it up again for Ryan. Oh my God. You know what? I was struck by the thought that kazoos look like little submarines. Don't they look like little submarines? Yeah, that's great. Oh my God. Alright, so without any further ado, we're going to go to our next act, the Charlatans again, which you may or may not know is based on my dissertation. And so I wrote a play to start my dissertation in the introduction, and this is the play that's the conclusion. And so let's see how academic I actually get. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna read, oh boy, and not die. I'm gonna read the stage directions, and then Andrew here's gonna help me out. All right, so let's give a big round of applause for Charlatans again, a small 3-act play to show how charlatans work in early modern plays. Because that's not redundant at all. All right, Act 1 lights up on Mariella on her balcony in Venice, Italy. Fabio is under her balcony looking up at her. They speak with exaggerated Italian accents. It's me, Mariella. I wish that we could be married, Fabio.
But we can't, Mariella, because I'm married to another woman I do not love.
No! But have you consummated the marriage?
Never! I pretend to be unable to get it up. I pretend so well, my family has brought in a charlatan.
Fabio, il mio amore, good work. Stay strong and don't let the charlatan fix your impotence. All right, Act 2. Meanwhile, in Paris, France, Lucie speaks with her maidservant, Lisette, in Lucie's bedchamber. They speak with exaggerated French accents.
My father has promised me in marriage to a man I do not love. I wish to die, dear maidservant Lisette.
Oh, mistress, do not fear. Your dear servant Lisette has a plan. Just pretend to be ill.
Oh, what good will that do, Lisette? The marriage is tonight.
I am no doctor, but I will make your father call one for you. Then your true beloved can disguise himself as a charlatan.
Lisette, if France gave promotions to servants, you'd be first in line.
Thank you. Act 3. On the border of France and Italy, 2 charlatans meet. One is French, one is Italian. They speak in perfect American English and sound like total bros. Hey man, no slut and no see ya. You'll never believe this impotent guy I'm pretending to help in Venice.
Hey bro, yeah, I'm about to dress up like a doctor and trick some old man so I can marry his daughter.
Cool! Want a PBR?
Yeah, thanks bro.
Hey,
I'm trying to get as much as possible from these dumbasses before they figure out I can't cure their son.
Cheers to stealing from people. Clunk.
You know what? You can
trust us. We're charlatans.
That's it. So that is 100% my actual dissertation. So, on that note, nobody go get a PhD, okay? I'm gonna cut out this part when I send this to my advisor. So this is probably also my like stand-up routine. Be like, you ever do something that you wish nobody would see? Yeah. All right. So let's bring up our stand-up for tonight. Can I get a warm round of applause for Ty-Ray?
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Hey!
Nice. How's everybody doing tonight? That's good. That's good. I don't know. I'm stressed. Because being the only person with a car that's not an Uber or Lyft driver it's difficult on my life. It's starting to rain. The summer's over. So everybody doesn't know how to drive because they're not from the city. Like, oh no, the water is so wet and slippery. And my brand new car just won't work with it. It's rough. Being born and raised in Chicago, I've learned different things. I've seen different things. It's like, okay, everybody's familiar with the rapper Young Thug, right?
Yeah.
See, a lot of people think he's weird. A lot of people think he's crazy or gay and all that stuff. And it's like, no. Like, in the hood, there's always that one guy with all the face tats who dresses up in pretty colors and he might kill you. Like, no, it's a thing of nightmares. Just think of Young Thug running up in your house, kicking in your door, and killing your whole family. Dressed beautifully, like a princess. It's a hood angel of death. That's the type of stuff that goes on in the hood. There's always that guy. Like, if you, like, you've never been to the hood if you haven't been shot at somebody that looks like a highlighter. I think we called ours in my neighborhood. His name was Princess. He wasn't gay, he wasn't girly. It was just he was like, man, just call me Princess, bro. And he was fresh at all times. He had a girlfriend that paid all his bills and paid for him to get out of jail and everything. And he was just a gangster. I think that's why I understand Young Thug and a lot of other people don't, because they've never met a princess-like dude. But you know, hip hop is cool. It's the only thing that keeps me from thinking about politics, because I'm not a political person, but it seems like that's the only thing that goes down my timeline on Facebook, and it's rough. You know, like Trump, he's always fucking up. Always. He was fucking up since day one. I remember when he first got put into office, I was knocked out. Because it was one of those situations where you damned if you do and you damned if you don't, so you might as well get your 8 hours, right? Oppressed and well rested is what I was. So I woke up in the morning, you know, stepped out. There was white people crying in the streets. No! Am I supposed to be like this? I was here the whole time! And I was like, move, bitch, I got work to do. Ain't no person ever stopped me from getting this money. Shit. And we talk about the people that he affects in other lands and stuff, but we never think about the people that he affects at home, like the people that live in Trump Towers. You'll never understand the feeling of your bitch-ass landlord not becoming your bitch-ass president. And then now he's got people protesting outside your house all the time. Like, come on now, haven't you been watching the news? He's not here! He's in D.C. Come back when rent's due, please. Poor Hillary. I was on her side. Everybody was on her side. Beyonce was on her side. Like, how do you lose with Beyonce on your side? It's rough. And I think I get it, though. She messed up because, like, she tried to dance. Like, Hillary, what's that, Hillary? How do you do that? Such a simple move. Come on now, but how do you mess up that? Your people perfected it 200 years ago. We gotta do better. I have to stop talking about white people because I'm new to hanging out with white people. It's because I was born and raised in the west side of Chicago. There's not a lot of white people out there except the police and the teachers that are forced to work in our public school system. And you know, I'm finally hanging out with regular white people. I went to my first white party. People, not cocaine. And you know, it was turned. There was a lot of people in there. It was crazy, you know. And you know, white people love rap just like black people. So it was like, if one more label try to try me, it's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in your live beat. And I was like, wait a minute. There's not enough niggas in here for me to be hearing it that loud. And then somebody handed me a Pepsi, and it's all good. And I was like, where's the Coke? It's October, so you know everybody's getting in the Halloween spirit. All the horror movies are coming out. Yeah. You know, I love horror movies. It's my favorite genre, and I don't really care about diversity in horror movies like that, because it's something. White people just handle ghosts, goblins, and serial killers a lot better than us minorities. I think the only thing that can protect you from spirits from another realm is white privilege. And that's true. And I think ghosts are like roaches to white people. If it didn't come with the house and it's not yours, your kid's been hanging out with the wrong people. It's like, Timmy, what's wrong with you bringing ghosts in the house? Can't hang out with Jacob anymore. Nope. His mom is summoning ghosts and goblins. I can't. And there's no black ghosts. You can't really find a black ghost because we don't care after we die. We don't want to come back. You know, you're not going to see Kunta Kinte. It's like, Kunta Kinte, why aren't you haunting all these people? He's like, nah, nigga, it's free. And he just goes off to heaven. I had to slow down on getting on Facebook because on my, you know how they like to remind you of on this day, and you know it's the fall season, so of course cuffing season. So I see every status from the past based on the ex that I had, and that just sucks. You know, it brought up my worst ex. She was my least favorite. I did so much for her. I introduced her to my parents. Shit, I tried to fix my credit, and you know, trying to fix your credit is difficult. If you know already. I guess it's difficult for anybody who fucked up their credit to fix it. So, you know, me trying to fix my credit was a lot. And then after the breakup, I kind of gave up on it. So the credit card company started calling me. You know, first it was a lady voice, like, hello, sir, we need to talk to you about your account. Then it was a dude voice, like, hello, sir, we have to talk to you about your account. And then they called me the other day, like, hello, sir, we're outside your mother's house right now. We suggest you call us back. So I called them back, and I was like, well, my mom has life insurance, so whether you want the money now or later is really up to you right now. Also, I live in a shitty neighborhood, so you better leave now before the police get here, because the police here like to shoot first and get away with it later. But back to my ex. When I found out she cheated on me, I was so hurt. I went to the one person I knew that can handle this kind of situation. I went to the Lord. Yes, I went to the Lord. I prayed. I was like, Lord, up there, I don't know which one is the right one. Whoever can help. I know I treat you like grandma. I don't call. I don't visit. And when people bring you up, I change the subject. But I need you to do me this one favor. I need you to set this bitch on fire. Turn her from like a Twinkie yellow to like a jerk chicken black. That's all I need, Lord. That's all I need. And I went to sleep that night. Woke up in the morning, I got a phone call from my friend. He was like, hey, man. Caitlin just got robbed. I was like, wow. So I hung up on my friend. I hit up Jesus on the main line. And I was like, that's not what I want. I'm going to end on this. I have a weird family. I don't know. I got in an argument with my mom. And she's so petty. All right, here's what happened. My mom is from the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. You know, so she has, you know, different country roots, you know, and her rules is basically she's trying to have me have a grandchild before she dies. And I told her, like, no, I'm not giving you any grandkids. I don't want any kids. We're in America now. Fuck that shit. I'm trying to live my life. And now she has a daughter, a 3-year-old baby. Yeah, it's crazy. She's like, I don't need you. And it's crazy because like the 3-year-old sister is so smart. She absorbs so many things, and she's crazy intelligent. She came to me one day when I was eating a popsicle, and she just reached for the popsicle, and I was like, "Can you say please? Like, what do you say?" And she looked at me like with an attitude, walked to the fridge and got herself a popsicle, and then called me a bitch. Yes. So my mom heard it, and you know she's old school, so she was about ready to whoop my little sister, and I was like, "No, don't whoop her, don't hit her, don't hit the baby. It's new times. You know, if you're gonna hit somebody, hit me. I'm the older brother. I should have gave her the popsicle when she asked for it. That was a bitch move." Yeah. So instead of whooping me like she planned to do my little sister, she punched me in the chest. Yes, and I was like, "Ah, bitch." All right, I'm tired.
Oh my god, so funny. Can we get a clap? Unless we're gonna bring out the CCH home team. Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hello numbers. Do we want Andrew to play?
Yes.
You want to come join?
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah, come on out.
Hey, yeah.
So,
We montage.
let's get a suggestion of something that the first word that comes to your mind from this whole set this evening.
Severed finger.
Severed finger. Thank you.
Wow.
Awesome. Can you turn the buzzsaw off?
Sorry, boss.
Can you take me to the hospital?
Yes, I really think that this is worth maybe 5% off my final grade. You know,
Just
one out of finger, one finger out of 10. That seems fair.
That's not fair at all.
Here we go into the back seat.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just gonna hold and pray.
All right.
Ah,
No, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's the last thing you want to do.
it was so incredibly bloody. Hey, if I die, will you keep your eyes on the road?
Sure. Yep. If you die, keep my eyes on the road. Is that what you said?
If I die,
Okay.
you're not.
Whoa.
If I die, you're not getting an A. Okay.
Okay. Will I get a B? Is that 15%? I can do that. I can work with that.
They gave me the white coat, and I'm only going to tell you this, but I've cheated my whole way through med school.
Why would you tell your patient that?
Because you're the one patient I actually care about.
That's very sweet.
Jason, the date we went on last week was meaningful to me, and I just want to say I can't take your appendix out in the. By all means, I'll take your insurance money, but the appendix, I can't take the appendix. I don't feel right about it. One, I don't even know where it's located.
Do you know somebody that might? Because I'm not a doctor, but I've watched enough Discovery Channel to know that if you don't remove the appendix, it will explode and I'll die.
Yeah, Jason, actually, about that, with your insurance.
Have a good time?
Yes, I did have a good time. It's not about me, it's about the insurance. Unfortunately, you can only get surgery done in network, and so...
What do you mean? We had sex. How are we not in network? Was it not? Hold on. You said it was okay. Was it bad?
No, I said it was HMO. I didn't say it was okay.
Wait. So you're telling me that...
I'm sorry. I've got...
What? I'm sorry.
I'll be right there.
Paging Dr. Matthews.
You don't want her. Trust me. Hold on. Time out. what if, let's just say, I'll go in network, okay? You won't have to take my appendix out, and then we'll go to Chili's.
I'm your only in-network doctor.
Okay, then perfect, take it out.
I'm not, I care about you, and I can't. I just don't feel right about it. I'm afraid that if I do surgery on you, I'm gonna...
What?
I'm gonna fuck it up.
Okay, well, I was scared that if I went down on you, I was gonna fuck it up, but I did it anyways.
Jason, that was two sheets to the wind.
You've reached house insurance. Please leave a message.
Hi. I'm alone in the house. I've lost 2 fingers, itching to lose a third. I got into this with the best of intentions, and I'm 2 fingers down. But I want to know if the third is coverable. I didn't know if you had a kind of a, you need at least 3 fingers to apply. This is my first time doing this. I gotta be honest.
Sir?
Oh,
Sounds
hello?
like you're having a problem. Thank you for leaving a message.
Oh, my message was...
Derek, you naughty boy, did they say it's covered? Can we knock that bad boy off?
I think we can hack the third one off. I think we're good for it. I want you to get me all the way down to nubs.
Sir?
Oh,
Sir, it
hold
sounds
on.
like you've been calling with your kinky times for home insurance.
You know what?
Which is a different department.
If I hack off my fingers for kinky reasons...
Hi, sir. Welcome to Kinky Times Insurance.
Okay, so here's the deal. Futurama, right? You know the heads they have on Futurama? They're heads, but no bodies, but they're still alive. They have their sentience going on. That's what I'm into. Let's get that out of the way right now. I'm into severed heads with their mental faculties. Now, going back, I have been hacking off my limbs.
Okay, sure. That sounds like a $50,000 limit that we'll do. We'll do a coverage of a $50,000 limit.
Derek,
Kinky.
baby, come back. I want to make you a quadriplegic. Oh.
I'm into it. We have a $50,000 limit. Is that like 10,000 per finger? Is that 50,000 per finger?
Sir, your limit is 50. How many fingers, sir?
I started with 10. Is that important? I'm down to 8. Does the thumb count as a finger? It's
Derek,
2 bones.
I'm drying up.
Just use the lubricant.
Sir, you...
Hi. Home insurance.
What do you want, boring?
This conference was a lot less kinky before you got here. Want a big gulp?
Yeah.
Cool.
I know I'm not really wanted
What?
with all the insurances.
I send everyone your way.
I'm sorry for making fun of you, saying you're boring.
I'm sorry that I didn't get here sooner, because then I would have seen you earlier.
You look like $100,000.
I thought your limit was 50.
For you. I'll get us the employee discount. I finished the big gulp.
Nah, dude, next time I pick the porn, that was fucked up.
Okay. I wasn't feeling it, but I can see where it was coming from. When you've had a big gulp. When you really get down to the last little bits, and then you reach that beautiful kind of eclipse phase where you realize you've gone from a state of abundance to a state of abandonment. And you're desperately suckling at the teat of consumerism, trying to draw out some last morsel to satiate your craving, and you cannot. And that invokes a despair that is both consuming and orgasmic. I mean, we've all been there.
Mark, I go to 7-Eleven every Tuesday.
So you know what it's like on the weekly.
Do you know why I watch porn?
I would like to know.
It's to get and view things that I don't get every Tuesday.
I can't relate. I mean, don't you feel, I mean, how often do you watch porn? Weekly? Bi-weekly? It seems to me that
going the wrong direction.
Porn has become just as much a part of your weekly routine as getting a big gulp. Your insatiable craving to satisfy this part of you is just as routine as every other part of your life. The thrill itself is routine.
Cut to him on a Tuesday on the CTA.
Hey, buddy, can you do that somewhere else? Fucking pervs, man.
Right?
Jesus.
Come back.
Do you clean your house with any frequency?
Say about once a month.
That is disgusting.
I mean, I like. Well, I mean, I you know, not all at once. You do you do one room a week. You know.
Okay,
it's
I can work with that.
Yeah.
So, imagine that my testicles are a house, and they're filled with backup, and I need to clean them one room or a piece. This is not going well.
Sir, this is a 7-Eleven. I think you want a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Look, I need a shake weight. Now that kiosk over there
It's empty.
It says
Empty.
as seen on TV. I have seen a shake weight on TV.
Sir.
I do not see a shake weight upon that shelf. Do you understand me?
You're getting loud, sir, in a 7-Eleven, and I could push a button.
Are you gonna push a button? Are you gonna push a button? Because I need to shake a weight!
This is low, even for you, Mike. Mall jail?
Listen,
No, you
we
listen
watched
to
the
me.
shake weight.
If you just watched porn like a normal person, we wouldn't be in this predicament.
Yeah, Officer James is funny in there. They just talk about everything. Don't they? Yeah. Have fun, gentlemen.
You pervs.
Fucking pervs.
Sucks.
Yeah. Hey, what's on your computer?
Porn.
Yeah, mine too.
Mall jail is really different from when I was a kid.
Alright guys, we come to the part of the show where anybody who's performed can come on up and join us for a short form game called Sex With Me Is Like.
How the heck does this work? Let me explain it for everybody who doesn't know. Should be like one or two of you at this point. We are going to get a suggestion of an everyday object, and then we are going to tell you how sex with us is like that object. So, can I get an everyday object? A suggestion one, please.
Allen wrench.
Allen. For clarification.
Every day.
Never mind.
Every day.
Sex with me is like an Allen wrench. Really applies to beds at IKEA.
Sex with me is like an Allen wrench. I don't know how it works, but I'm going to pretend I do.
Sex with me is like an Allen wrench. One size does not fit all.
Sex with me is like an Allen wrench. You turn it just right and we'll both get screwed.
Sex with me, it's like an Allen wrench. Because it doesn't work very well. Sex with me is like an Allen wrench. You rarely need it, but when you do, you never have it.
Oh my god, that's depressing.
Alright, let's get another suggestion. Another object. Another one. Another object?
Anything.
Stuffed dog.
Oh god.
Stuffed
Stuffed dog.
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. It only looks cuddly on the outside.
Whoa!
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. It's not real. Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. The eyes are glassy and lifeless.
Anyone?
Okay. Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. It requires a dog to die.
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. We're both getting stuffed.
Wow!
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. You can buy it at the mall.
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. If you're not careful, there's gonna be white stuff everywhere.
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. It's not wet.
Sex with me is like a stuffed dog. Rough.
One last object! One last object! Let's hear it.
Anything. Is there a suggestion online?
Yeah! Hockey stick.
Alright.
Sex with me is like a hockey stick. Full contact required.
Alright. Sex with me is like a hockey stick. It works best when it's curved.
Oh god. Sex with me is like a hockey stick. I like that sturdy wood.
Hey. Sex with me is like a hockey stick because it really only works for one thing.
Sex with me is like a hockey stick. You're gonna have to tape up the ends. Sex with me is like a hockey stick. It's got a curve in just the right place.
Sex with me is like a hockey stick. Most young men have it.
Oh boy. Sex with me is like a hockey stick. I had a lot more of them when I was younger.
Sex with me is like a hockey stick. Sometimes you use it to fight.
Ooh. Whoa. Nice. Sex with me is like a hockey stick. You're gonna use it once and then lock it in the closet.
Good lord!
Let's do one more. Just one more
Alright.
quick one. One more anything.
Chipotle.
What did you say?
Chipotle.
Oh, good. Yeah, you love
Sex with me is like Chipotle. Twice a week at a minimum, every day if you can afford it.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. After you're done, you'll hate yourself.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. We say it's better than Taco Bell, but it's not.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. Extra sauce required.
Oh my God. Sex with me is like Chipotle. Vince is always involved.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. A lot of people talking shit. Bring it.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. It's better with cilantro.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. Guac is no longer extra.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. You gotta double wrap that burrito.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. A modern, minimalist, casually industrial aesthetic to cover up the gassiness you'll be feeling later.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. You don't get cholera anymore.
Who's got it? Here we go, Ross. Bring it home.
Sex with me is like Chipotle. Like it or not, your ass is gonna bleed.
Yeah!
Yay! Alright! Let's give it up again for everyone who performed tonight.